Hey, True Believers England team here with Dalton the Authenticator.
Good evening, everyone.
Who was threatening violence because I have just done 2 Doctor Strange comic book origins without him.
How dare you, sir?
Yeah, I just posted yesterday. I just posted the first appearance of Clea and Dormammu, and now we're going to go to Dormammu's lackey, created in 1963 by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, of course. Baron Mordo. Now, I got to point out once again, as well as Clea in the last issue, no Baron Mordo on the cover. This is another monumental Strange Tales book whose first appearance is nowhere to be seen on the cover. Later, of course, they start splitting them and all that kind of stuff. But for these first ones, they switch back and forth, same as they did with Iron Man and Captain America.
Yeah, I don't think they realized that Strange would be the breakout character that he was.
Alrighty, I wanted to make sure that we were looking at the cover for a little bit, but we're going to get into this. It is Strange Tales number 111, the very first appearance of Baron Mordo.
I know you're gonna dig this. Dig this.
Here we go. Doctor Strange, Master of Black Magic. This is a very simple credit box. It almost looks like it's an afterthought. Story, Stanley, art, Ditko, lettering, Terry Cynics. I really should be reading these with the glasses on, but men call him Doctor Strange and speak his name in whispers, but there is another, one who is still more dreaded. If he's more dreaded than Doctor Strange, is that what they're saying?
Yeah, because in the early Strange Tales, they really tried to play up the black magic angle, and then they realized, oh wait, most of our audience are nominally Christian. We probably should tune that down a little bit.
So it goes on to say, in this tale of the occult, you are about to meet Doctor Strange's arch foe, the dreaded, there it is again, Baron Mordo. Bow, bow, bow. Face to face with the magic of Baron Mordo. And that is how I just kind of laze around on my chair as the kids are bothering me and so forth and so on. This is a dad with 2 kids fighting right here.
He doesn't look malign. He looks bored. Like, oh, well, I guess I'm here.
Yeah. All right. So in a heavily guarded hidden castle in the heart of Europe, the most dangerous menace of our time stands alone in his darkened chamber and broods. Only one man knows more secrets of black magic than I do, and he is the one who taught me years ago. He is the master. But the time has come for me to wrest those secrets from him, for it is I, Baron Mordo, who must be the most powerful magician of all. Conquered. Say again.
It's just one of those things of like back in the day, they never really were like, okay, so what are you going to do with it once you have all this power? It's just sort of.
And why do you think it's you who should be the most powerful magician of all? He goes on to say, once I have conquered the master, then I need never again fear the wrath of my arch foe, Doctor Strange, for I shall be stronger than he. And so it is time for me to enter a trance once again. Okay, so was there something I missed? Is this the first appearance of Baron Mordo? Well, that's what all the books are saying.
In the origin story for Doctor Strange, you get Mordo kind of attempting to take over the Ancient One's place, and it's the fact that Stephen tries to warn the Ancient One that basically denotes that there is good in him.
So later, thousands of miles away in the Master's study somewhere in Tibet. Good. He is too deep in thought to sense my presence. My spirit image is free to roam about until I can find, the one I seek, his servant preparing the meals. He is powerless to resist my mental commands. He must obey the orders of Baron Mordo. So Baron Mordo somehow sneaks his way past the Ancient One. Apparently all that be in tune with your surroundings and all that kind of crap just doesn't mean... It's one of those do as I say, not as I do kind of things.
He was busy, I guess. That's what we're supposed to take from that.
Reading a scroll. It's not like... No, I'm not buying into this. There's no spell going on here.
I mean, to be fair, much of the melodrama around this was sort of loose back in the day, because
Yeah.
for most of Doctor Strange's early history was basically him being the Ancient One's mystical gopher.
So anywho, he comes across a servant. He controls his mind, tells him to put stuff in the Ancient One's food, and minutes later, so it is done. I have been betrayed. My food is tampered with. I'm not going to do an ancient Asian accent. That's just going to get me shut down. Too late, master. Baron Mordo has beaten you. And we see his spirit, his astral projection over the Ancient One. It is useless to resist. My potion has weakened you too much. Your powers cannot now be used against me. Okay, why put in the word now? That's just a nitpick. Okay, anyway, the Ancient One goes, Mordo, my old student, you dare do this? Baron Mordo dares anything. I double dog dare you to do it, Mordo.
Why is he surprised? Was it like, again, back in Doctor Strange's origin story, the first test for Doctor Strange was, oh, by the way, my other student is a egomaniacal twit and wants to take over. You have to at least try to stop him.
So he says, and now your most closely guarded secrets of black magic. Tell them to me, or I shall allow my potion to make you weaker and weaker until it's poison, dude. It's not a potion at this point. It's poison. And you could do the antidote thing. Here, drink this. Okay. You must, unless you do as I say, my potion will drain away all your strength, your very life itself. Speak while there is still
So
time.
if he dies, how is he going to tell you the things you want to know? You better hope that these secrets aren't complex enough that it's going to take a while, otherwise the poison will kill him before he's finished telling you.
Yeah, this isn't a well thought out plan. But somewhere on Earth, there's another who is as mighty as Mordo. And in a heavily draped room in North America, we find the omnipotent Doctor Strange. Okay.
Sort of by definition, he's not at this point. He's still, again, the Ancient One's mystical gopher.
All right. So Doctor Strange is talking to himself. I have completed my latest black magic experiment. It is time for me to contact the master and tell him the results. That is odd. There is no response from the enchanted amulet. It can mean only one thing. The master is in terrible jeopardy or on the toilet. I'm telling you, they do not take account the bathroom breaks that these people must take. So anyway, Doctor Strange is saying deeply concerned over the master's safety. Doctor Strange enters a trance immediately as the spirit image streaks through for Tibet with the speed of thought. This is just ridiculous. It's like, hey, we ran out of ink. What do you want to do this month for Doctor Strange? I got an idea. So we have the two astral projections looking at each other, and Doctor Strange's like, Baron Mordo, I might have known. And Baron Mordo's like, you, this time you are too late, Strange. I shall defeat you too. No longer are we the master's obedient students. Now we possess the occult powers ourselves. Does it absorb after a person dies?
Yeah, Mordo, you were just trying to blackmail him to tell you the things you want to know. He hasn't, as far as I'm aware, done it yet.
Yeah, because he's not saying that he has it. He's saying that they both have it.
Which, what? Yeah, I'm confused.
Okay, so Doctor Strange says, for years I've tried to warn him about you. I always suspected you would use your power for evil. But you shall never triumph over me. Without the master to help you, I am your superior, says Baron Mordo. As you shall now learn, and you shall pay for the life lesson, or for the lesson with your life, if I wanted to read it correctly. So they continue their fight. And it's basically the same thing. Aha, you'll never stop me. Oh, no, I will. And hey, help that guy. Which, by the way, if you look at him on his lawn chair now, he looks draped, man. He's like, okay, I'm just chilling. Okay, so Baron Mordo continues. Once I have conquered your spirit image, your actual body will perish too. Then the world will be mine. And Doctor Strange dramatically, like he's in a telenovela, never while a breath remains within me.
That's sort of the idea, Strange. The idea is to stop you from breathing. Yeah. Yes, that is the goal. Correct.
Right. And as the two spirit forms battle with inhuman intensity, the aged master manages to mutter one syllable over and over again. Doctor Strange thinks he's trying to tell me something, but what? Wait, of course. The amulet, or maybe he's going, I can transmit pure energy through the amulet. It will weaken me, but it may save the master. I must concentrate inward. The power of my thought must flow through the all-seeing eye. And then, slowly and inexorably, the magic eye opens as waves of pure energy shines forth, bathing the master in its life-giving glow. I feel the strength returning to my brain, to my limbs. The strain was too great. My power is sapped. I've grown weak. And Baron Mordo jumps on him. Curse you, Strange. You have saved the master, but you have forfeited your own life. For now, weak as you are, you cannot resist me. And the Ancient One's like, yeah. Okay. Hold on. I'll be there soon. Just chill. Summoning all his remaining strength in one last desperate move, Dr. Strange manages to catch Baron Mordo unawares and hurl his transform away. Your final efforts, says Baron Mordo, to survive will not help you. I still hold all the cards. Not so, Mordo. Because it rhymes. There is a way. My enchanted amulet can transmit its energy. He really leans on that amulet.
Again, this is still very much a novice Doctor Strange we're dealing with here.
Alrighty, he says, I can transmit its energy to wherever your mortal body may be. It shall find it and prevent you from ever returning again. Never! I am stronger than you, stronger than your amulet. I shall reach it first, and then they have a power race. Seen by human eyes, the two mighty spirit images race through time and space. But Baron Mordo reaches his goal just seconds ahead of his weakened foe. I have beaten you. I am in control of my mortal form. You cannot harm it now. But you are at my... How? I thought that's the whole point of going astral.
I'm sort of confused as to what the purpose of the astral projection was at all, considering both of these people have the power to teleport. Teleportation surely would have been easier.
My physical form is more powerful than the trance image. You cannot escape me now. I do not desire to escape you. You mean surrender, Strange? Just the opposite, Mordo. I have won. The master is safe. You blundered into my trap. My amulet did not have the power to lead me here, but you did. In your panic, now with you in your mortal form, your hypnotic control over the master's servant is ended. Even now, the master is being cared for by his servant. His full strength is returned, and the power of the amulet will hold you motionless, so until I can be safely gone. And then Baron Mordo's like, bah, this is but a temporary victory for you, Strange. I'll never rest until I have destroyed you and the master. And once again, in the presence of the master, the Ancient One says, you have done well, Strange. I don't know what accent I'm using right now. I don't even think that's Asian.
You're just trying not to get sued by all of Asia at this point.
Oh, remember, he's Irish. He's supposed to be Irish, right? Celtic in the movie there. Only one fulfilled his promise while no, okay. While the other, Baron Mordo, threatens us so long as he lives, and Dr. Strange replies, it may not be much longer, Master, for I feel that death waits for one of us, the one who loses the next encounter. The mystic arts of black magic are older than the memory, says Dr. Strange, of man, if I wanted to finish the sentence. In time to come, let us peer behind the enchanted veil together. More of the occult adventures of Dr. Strange will appear in a future issue of Strange Tales. Bum, bum, bum. And I do believe, yes, in fact, that is the that is the end of our story. Okay. That looks like Jack Kirby. That was kind of silly.
Yeah, it took them a while to get the rhythm down, I think.
Like, I just did Clea and Dormammu. I like that story. This one relied on stupidity. This was a dummy plot. The Baron Mordo had to be stupid in order for it to happen. Doctor Strange had to be stupid in order for it to happen. The Ancient One had to be stupid for this to go along. It's like they had an ending and decided to write it backwards.
Yeah. It's like, we really want the Ancient One to be poisoned, but wouldn't he just sort of snap his fingers and send Mordo's astral form away? Maybe he was distracted by something else. I don't know.
Yeah. Like reading a scroll. It's like there wouldn't be other alarms that go off, like if an astral projection unwantedly entered the ancient
Yeah,
one.
I'm confused as to why there wasn't some kind of protection spell over the building in the first place. Because
Usually there are, isn't there? Like I remember when
wards or barriers or the Crimson Bands of Sidorak or something along those lines. Yeah.
Go figure, go figure. As Doctor Strange stories go, like I said, I think this is a weaker one. There have been better. I did do just Doctor Strange, Clea, and Dormammu, now Baron Mordo. We may get to some later. I'm going eventually, I hope to have an entire video channel full of these things. I don't know what to say, man. Some are good, some are bad. You take them both in there, you have the facts of life.
I mean, what you're dealing with here is basically Doctor Strange, who at this point is the Ancient One's mystical gopher, and Baron Mordo, who is always and has ever been the Harley Quinn to Dormammu's Joker. So it's always going to be anticlimactic.
And it really did seem like they did this one so they could save on ink. that's just about
like
it.
We have an extra 8 pages to do something with. Who wants it? Oh, Steve, you want to do that Doctor Strange character you started?
What colors
sure.
do we have? White. Okay, so everybody's in astral form. Yeah, there you go. Alrighty. Anyway, gang, thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to click like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell if you haven't done it already. Also, if you don't mind helping out the channel, going over to Ko-Fi, links in the description below. Drop $1 in the tip jar or commission a video just like this. You can tell us whose first appearance you want to see us do, and as well as other things. So go check that out. Thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good night.
Cheers, guys.